Coming to you from Orange County, California, this is the JuggLife podcast with Max Ada and Chad Wesley Smith.
Is through this system, I mean, I'm sure something that you're running into is, early specialization, like you just said, that they haven't done anything else. And whether you're a hockey fan or coach hockey athletes or baseball players or football players or weightlifters or track athletes, whatever, like the stuff we're going to talk about now is universally applicable. And I think that's the whole idea is when you're dealing with 15 and 16-year-olds, it's not about what sport they play. It's about making the athlete. So, if we make Mark Fitzgerald becomes the king of Canadian hockey, which is really just the king of Canada at that point. And you have to make the decisions about, what those 4 or 5-year-olds are going to do on all the way up through these different levels. What's important for that first stage of development?
Well, I think first stage is exposure. I think there's not enough emphasis on exposure to other activities or sports outside of your chosen sport. Which again, the fact that you say chosen sport to a 6-year-old, like I use it with my son, and I don't think I'm crazy, but he wrestles, he does he plays hockey, he plays baseball, he plays soccer, and he plays flag football. And all of them are different, and they all give him, in my opinion, a variety of different tools to start to build. Wrestling is good for just roughhousing and, kind of getting those little knocks in the face and in his hands, and obviously competitiveness and, just not to sound crazy, but a little bit of aggression, like control, because it's wrestling, from what I've learned, very respectful. Like you don't really get angry, but you're being, I think maybe aggressive is the wrong word, but you're being, there's definitely that undertone of it, but is very respectful at the same time. The flag football is great for agility and, more kind of raw athleticism. Hockey I think is good for his hand-eye and his balance, and obviously with me doing what I do, he loves it. He thought I played for the Ducks for a while, which is pretty funny, but nice. I went with it, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, Dad, why didn't I see you in the game tonight?
Yeah. I got benched. Yeah. But then soccer, it's again all the great qualities that come with soccer, and I think, you come to a town like mine, and it's just, my kids on the ice. So hockey starts September 1st, call it, and it doesn't end until March 1st, and maybe not even April. And then April they have the tryouts again, and then in the summertime you have skills camps, you have spring travel teams where they're plucking kids. It would be like you and I starting the Juggernaut hockey team. We're going to go and play in 5 tournaments. It's going to cost you $5,000 per kid, and you're going to get exposed to scouts and this and that. It
sounds like a plan. Let's sign these little fuckers
up. And we could. The sad part is that we could.
Wow.
Like it's. I think they're preying on people a little bit because there's so many experts out there, and where my company preaches, hey, one summer with us. Yeah, you might get some gains and you might whatever. You're going to learn a ton. You're going to get exposures to a lot of different things. But 3 summers, 4 summers, 5, that's where we're going to really show our value. That's what I try, and that's not the sexy pitch, right? Because they want, what are you going to do with my 8-year-old? Nothing. He's not welcome here until he's ready to train. Wait till he's in grade 8, and if he starts to show some signs of, and we'll have some youth camps and stuff like that, but I say that to people and they just look at me sideways. Because it's like, well, no, I want to pay you to train well, no, just go buy a basketball net. Oh, and that's the other part too.
Like a basketball net for him to shoot hockey pucks through,
but it's funny when I
say not do hockey.
But when I say play another sport, it's hilarious because people go like, well, we just don't have time. I mean, I'm like, no, like just play it, like just play recreationally. You're still going to get some benefit.
Hey everybody, that was a excerpt from episode number 110 with Mark Fitzgerald, the director of strength and conditioning for the NHL's Anaheim Ducks. Gotten to work with Mark for the last couple of years, doing some professional development stuff for the Ducks. He's a great guy. He's got some very successful facilities up in his homeland of Canada as well. If you want to hear more of that episode, you can check out the link right next to me or down in the info. We talk more in depth about youth hockey culture and long-term athletic development, as well as how to balance the speed power qualities with the aerobic capacity qualities necessary to be a successful hockey player, and that's going to have carryover to so many other sports as well. I'd also suggest you check out our youth training considerations episode of the Jug Life, which is also linked here. Thanks for watching, and please share it with a friend.